Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And very recently I took a look at the Wave 4 Titan Master Repugnus and talked about just how disappointed I was with that representation of the character. So much so that I said I really don't recommend it. If there's one you're going to skip him. But it's amazing that in the exact same way, if we go from perhaps the worst of the Titan Masters to the absolute best, I never would have thought it, because I really wasn't planning to get the Titan Master known as Shuffler, but I'm so glad that I did, because he is small but fantastic. Stick around and I'll tell you why when we take a look at this guy in the latest GotBot True review. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, share, check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor. Me everywhere, spend some time on the channel. Hey, check out Season 1 of Universal Collision. There's more work and stop motions and whatnot coming up. Always a lot to explore. And I said that this guy is fantastic, and he really is. What's interesting is that, kind of like Sawback, being a representation of the character of Leon, who was a headmaster junior and supposed to be a headmaster in training on the Planet Master. He was only supposed to be a small little guy. So is Shuffler, another one of these young bots that's supposed to be like a headmaster in training. So I can dig the characterization of him being little. I think that that's cool. That being said, though, in the Titan Master line, he's actually supposed to be an ancient warrior who is basically virtually an encyclopedia of every battle that has ever happened. And that's the power that he gives someone when he connects with them. He makes them a walking encyclopedia of strategy in battle. You know, what can I say? The whole point of this guy is to make someone a better statistician. No, not statistician. Strategist. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. So, there you go. In terms of the little robot mode, well, we're going to get into that. So I'm going to take the little elephant vehicle thing out of the way. We're going to focus on the Titan Master. Okay, and here's the little Titan Master. It's the same as all of them. He is pinned at the hip. He can get in a seated position. The arms are on little ball joints and the head. The head is actually sculpted, and I noticed that it was sculpted a bit unique, a bit different looking, so I sort of looked it up and discovered that this robot mode is based on the beastformer Elephan. I think that that's cool. Like, they incorporated kind of another little nod into the robot mode. I mean, these things are limited, yes, but if you're going to give it a robot mode, that's a cool one to give. In terms of being a head that can go on any Titan's return figure, of course, you bend them over at the legs, and this is what you get. It's a nice looking head, but again, like, you know, is it a thing that is really necessary? I don't know, but it's a beautiful looking head sculpt. So I'm going to put him back in robot mode, and I'm going to bring back in his little elephant vehicle thing buddy. Now, 3 modes, all of them work as far as I'm concerned. I think that they're all a success. The Titan Master integration is simple. It only happens in one location, and you leave him like it through all modes. So technically this guy could just remain as an elephant, and that's it. No problem. So we take this and we do fold it up in the little block that becomes a head. And you come to the bottom, and there's a space basically in the bottom, and you just slap the little dude up there to become the belly of the beast, so to speak. In terms of articulation here, you know, the tail can move because it's a handle. The trunk can move up and down. The whole head can move up, so he can go. I can't do an elephant impression, but you get the idea. The front legs move, now they're connected so they move in unison. The back legs are also connected, they move in unison. You know, the articulation isn't stellar on the little guy, but none of these are. How much articulation does an elephant need? They move slow, he moves slowly, so I'm kind of fine with this. It's effective for an elephant because it's not going to be dynamic anyway, and don't have to be, so I'm actually going to give this guy's articulation for what it is a 10. It does what an elephant needs to do. The first mode is the vehicle he turns into, which is a recognizable vehicle. I'm not even going to say what it is, I'm just going to do it. By the way, the coloring, very accurate to the original toy with the purple and the gray, so 10. It's Shuffler. If you know the character, it's Shuffler. I am completely cool with this representation of him. Is there anything else that I wanted to say about this guy? I don't think so. I think we're pretty good. Moving on. He wasn't in any of the programs, so we don't have an animation model really to compare him to. I think he might have been in like magazine pages or like comic strips or something, but like we don't have that. He didn't appear on like the Headmaster's program or anything, so we don't have that to compare to. We just have the toy, which is why I'm saying 10. So we have a 10 and a 10. Let's go into the transformation. The whole head comes up, all the way up. The hinge is nice and tight. Actually, I didn't know at first it could move that way. It's still tight. I've done this guy a few times now. It's still nice and tight. We turn the elephant head around once we have it up here. We turn it around. We bring it down. We take these back legs and bring them out, and these legs and bring them up, and boom. Oh, I probably don't have that quite put in there. And boom, in the end, this is what we have. It is a little tank, and you can recognize it as a tank. I totally and completely dig this. I think it's a success in really every possible way imaginable. Now, you'll notice that the tank is not staying down correctly because I do still have the little Titan Master in here. You can take it out of there, and if you want, now there are a couple of pegs back here and you can have him man the tank back here, which is fine. If you wanted to leave it down there and you didn't mind that the tank is not going to lay perfectly, well, that's an option as well. I tend to leave it in there, but I don't really mind if the tank doesn't lay perfectly. There is sculpted detail for treads. It's not painted, but it's sculpted detail. You certainly could paint them black if you wanted black treads, but this looks like a tank and I am cool with that. Okay, so for then his blaster mode, I guess, his weapon mode, we pick up the trunk, we bring the handle down, we turn it around, we angle these legs up. Oh, actually, before we angle those legs up, I'm going to just stick our little Titan Master dude back in here again. We pick those legs up, and this is our 4-barreled blaster. I dig it. I mean, you want to talk about an elephant gun? This, you know, this has you covered. I guess the trunk is supposed to serve as like a stock, but I think that this totally succeeds and looks fantastic. If there is, and I haven't been a huge fan of the Titan Master line because, you know, these little guys are, I'm kind of indifferent to them, but I love this little dude. Transformation is easy and they all make sense. Some might not like this blaster mode, but whoever you give it to is going to have a very formidable, you know, piece of armament for themselves. I'm giving the transformation a 10. This guy's a 10. It is hands down the best Titan Master that we have gotten. You can disagree with me if you want and point out other ones that are better, but I don't think I can agree. This guy just succeeds on every level. Anyway, that's it for him. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for giving me a bit of your valuable time. As always, you know, I love to hear what you guys think of him. And what else can I say? Thank you very much for giving me some of your valuable time, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together for another visit right here inside the videos.